Welcome to Property TV. I'm Ian Thomason from Thomason Property, and this month we've got some interesting information with you. Of course, our market update with Kevin Turner, an interesting interview with a Westpac bank manager, and a feature property of the month. But before we get to that, let's go straight to Kevin Turner. Thanks, Kevin.
Hello and thank you. Well, right now there are about 385,000 properties for sale in Australia, according to Louis Christopher from SQM Research. This is up by about 15% on this time last year. Brisbane alone has 30,000 properties currently for sale. RP data tell us that at present we have 7.4 months worth of stock currently on the market compared to 5.6 months this time last year. That means that if no more properties were listed for sale, it would take until the end of June next year to sell what's already listed for sale. This may seem a little bit gloomy, especially if you're trying to sell. Great if you're a buyer because of the bargaining power that you have and the increased choice as well. But let me make a couple of points. The amount of stock coming on the market is slowing. We're coming into a period, the end of the year, when activity does slow just a little bit, although I should point out that properties will continue to sell during Christmas and New Year. I sometimes think that it's just the agents who will stop working. So if you are selling, now's a great time to stay focused. Get your agent to continue to market your property well and use the fact that some properties will be withdrawn at this time of year, thereby creating less competition. Do the opposite to most others and use this time to show your property to its best advantage to maybe your potential buyer. All the best for Christmas and the New Year.
Finding the right cup of coffee isn't always easy, but Sharon from Westpac Hamilton can show us how to find the right bank. Well, Sharon, thanks for joining me this morning to talk about the banking. And one of the reasons I wanted to talk to you is that there's a lot of obviously turmoil in the world at the moment with the global economy. Banks seem to be fighting each other, chasing customers, and I guess the first thing that comes to my mind is why would I want to go through the hassle to change banks? To me it would seem like a fairly complicated process and probably not worth doing. What would your response to that be?
Well, firstly, Ian, I'd like to say thanks for giving us the opportunity to have a little chat with you today about Westpac and especially our branch here at Hamilton. It's pretty easy really, Ian. You know, people think that it's complicated to change banks, but here at Hamilton I have a dedicated team of specialists and what the dedicated team of specialists actually do is make it easy for you. So I'd like to dispel the myth that there's problems and trauma and trouble in changing banks. It's actually very, very simple.
I guess one of the things that I see is that banks say, come here, we've got a better deal for you, and I just think, well, a better deal today probably isn't going to be a better deal tomorrow, so why go through the process?
Okay, and there's a lot of reasons why people choose or stay with their banks, and it's usually not about the better deal at all, because products are pretty comparable from bank to bank, but what it really is about is relationship. Yeah. And you know, people stay with their banks for a long time because maybe that's where they started saving when they were a child, or it's a generational thing and people have stayed there for a very long time. And in fact, nobody ever takes the time to have a look and to see if that is actually what they should be doing. Should they be at their bank for those reasons? Sometimes yes, because they have a relationship there, but most of the time we have to look at, are we asking those people the right questions? Do they have the right solutions for their current banking needs? And here at Westpac, what we like to do is we like to have a look at that for the customers. We take a really hands-on approach. As I said, I have a very dedicated team of people here with Kerry and Shane and Rob. They're all here to support me and to support our customers. So at Westpac, we just, as I said, it's all about local. It's all about the people, it's all about what we do. You'll probably see when you came in the door, Ian, that I have my phone number out the front there, and that's been about there for a year now, so people can talk to me whenever they want, and then I can refer them to the required specialist within my team.
Sharon, I've got to say that I'm absolutely amazed that you as the manager of this bank have you got your mobile phone on the front of the building. It's just, I find that quite amazing, and I also find it quite interesting. I think it's a great indication of the service that obviously you offer your clients.
Well, a couple of years ago, Westpac put into what they call the local strategy, and they had found through surveying their customers and finding out what their customers really wanted was old-fashioned service. So Westpac went to great lengths to support that, and they made sure that each and every one of their branches, including the one here at Hamilton, had the right people and the right specialists to support the right customers. So we're very transparent here at Westpac. but there's absolutely nothing hidden. You know, we talk to our customers like they're our friends. We want to look after them. We like our customers to be advocates for us, and we look after them accordingly.
So someone who's got business accounts and things, and as a business person myself, obviously I sort of wonder whether I'm getting the best deal from my bank. Is there a regular process that you follow up with people and say, hey, listen, have you thought of this and thought of that, and do you get involved to that
Ian,
extent?
there absolutely is. If your primary requirement was around business accounts and things like that, we have what we call a local business banker, and his name's Wally, and he would be, I guess, a little bit at your beck and call, so to speak. So he would be dedicated to making sure that you have all the right products and services that suit your banking requirements.
Well, Sharon, thanks very much for spending the time this morning. I must admit I have found it interesting, and you've given me something to think about as to the advantage of being with someone other than someone else, maybe making a change. So,
Well,
appreciate
all I
your
can
time
say,
and...
Ian, is let's book you in with the right person.
Okay, well, let's do that.
Thank you.
Tranquility, serenity and beauty are just a few words to describe this unique and distinctive three-level family home on the Redcliffe Peninsula. The options are endless. 3 generations under the one roof, a large family with separate living zones for space and privacy, or a home with a seaside bed and breakfast. Each level can be self-contained with a kitchen and 2 bedrooms, living areas and decks, balconies or patios, all providing spectacular water views. With air conditioning, a security system and wiring in place for a lift, everything is being done for you. Endless summer days await you with your 10-metre roofed, sparkling saltwater in-ground pool, where family and friends can gather for a swim and enjoy the large tiled barbecue area. Or grab a bottle of wine and head to the top floor, where you can relax and enjoy the 360-degree views of Moreton Bay, North Stradbroke and the Port of Brisbane. So if you want to soar like an eagle, feel the free-flowing breezes and watch the ever-changing landscape, then this unique house may be just what you're looking for.
Well, I'm sure you'll agree with me. That's a really interesting property that we've got featured this month. If you'd like any information about that or any other property, don't hesitate to contact our office on 3262 1466 or visit our website thomasonproperty.com.au. Have a great Christmas, and I look forward to seeing you next year.